What's up, YouTube? I'm here with more King Kong Skull Island news, and I may be a little behind on this, but I just wanted to get this out of the way before I get today started. And first off, there's been several new trailers and new images for King Kong Skull Island. We're getting a view of how action-packed it's going to be, considering he's going to fight I don't know how many freaking creatures in this movie. So it's looking to be, if nothing else, a very action-packed movie. Although, of course, we're all hoping it's a little more than that and it's really good. Of course, another thing we're also hoping for is that we're going to get tie-ins and Easter eggs to the Godzilla franchise, as well as the fact that we now know it's going to be called the Monsterverse. So the same way Marvel has a cinematic universe and DC has a cinematic universe, now finally Kaiju will have that. Whether the Pacific Rim will ever tie into it is still not really known at all, and there's no real hints at that. But King Kong Skull Island definitely is. As we've already seen, there's been pretty references to Monarch already in the trailers and whatnot, and I always remind you, made by the same producers as Godzilla. But now they've really just sealed the deal. Recently, we had a trailer where John Goodman even references 1954, them trying to kill something, which we all know is Godzilla. And then they went even further, which is pretty impressive to me. There's a new trailer image where King Kong is doing what? Fighting a giant red octopus. Now, wait, where have I seen that before? Well, that's right, King Kong vs. Godzilla, Toho's 1962 film, where King Kong fights a giant red octopus. Well, I guess in that movie, it was more reddish brown, I guess. But anyways, that character, for those, super Toho nerds, we all know that octopus has an actual official name and everything, Adako, or yeah, I guess that's how you would say it, but it's spelled Odako, so Adako. Not really sure you would say it precisely, but yeah, it has a name and everything. And the octopus even went on to appear in Frankenstein Conquers the World, which they confirmed I think it was the same exact octopus, but just King Kong didn't finish it off. So the fact that they bothered putting that in here is a pretty big sign they're trying to pay homage to the classic Toho film, while also making sure it ties in with Godzilla, which has been leading to, of course, a lot of speculation that we're going to get a lot of, not a lot of, but some kind of, preview for Godzilla 2 in there in some way, shape, or form. This has gone from people saying that Mothra's egg will be on the island, or that Rodan will be the final opponent, or some people have even been saying that the skull crawlers, creatures that King Kong fights in the movie, are actually the larval forms of the Mutos, which to me seems unlikely because they're more reptilian than insect-like, but it's not entirely impossible because remember the fact that in Godzilla 2014, the opening of the movie showed a creature that had crawled its way out of the cavern and then got into the ocean to, mutate some more. Well, basically, to mutate into the male Muto. So it is possible that the Skullcrawlers are some type of a Muto-like creature, although if they're the exact same thing, I'm kind of doubtful, but they could be related. I definitely not put that off the table. So looks like we have a whole lot of stuff going on with this movie that's going to tie it in with Godzilla. And of course, my biggest dream, of course, would really, it doesn't have to be Godzilla himself. Like I've been saying, if it's Rodan, Mothra, I don't think it would be King Ghidorah by any stretch. But if it was Rodan or Mothra, they had some kind of, teaser for them on the island. Even hear the roar or something like that. I'm just really feeling the freaking hype train for myself way too much. But if we did get that, I would be just floored. I'd just be, whoa, my God, they actually did it. Because of course, in other news, they say that Godzilla 2 is going to be start filming later this year, which is incredible, and it's about time. Yeah, but that's coming out later on. That's 2019. Yeah, 2019. So for them to start filming right now makes a lot of sense because if it's something like Godzilla 2014, they need to start the marketing for it very early. Godzilla 2014, we had the teaser for that. I think more than a year before the movie came out, and before that, we had tons of rumors, posters, and all kinds of little neat images. So if they market Godzilla 2 just as hard, and once the first trailer drops showing King Ghidorah, fucking Rodan, and Mothra, by God. I want to talk about one more thing before I end the video because another interesting thing was pointed out to me. that King Kong is still way smaller than Godzilla. And I heard an interesting fan theory that's saying that maybe, which sounds interesting kind of when you think about it, that maybe Godzilla is going to die in Godzilla 2, and then, at the hands of most likely King Ghidorah. So if he does, the whole Superman dies at the hand of his greatest enemy type thing, and then maybe a baby Godzilla will appear that will be more, size suitable to King Kong. Although this seems a little less likely, considering the fact that King Kong still has several years to grow bigger, whether it be by natural means or further mutation, I'm not sure. But we're going to see about that. But to me, that's an interesting theory. What if Godzilla Jr. was the one who actually fights Kong? That way they don't have to be so scaled to each other. Because right now, Godzilla still dwarfs King Kong by a whole lot. Even though this King Kong looks great, fantastic, like I said, he's still a shrimp compared to Godzilla. So that's all I have on the King Kong Skull Island news, and also I guess you could say Godzilla Monsterverse news. I mean, gotta love that title. Stay tuned for a video about the Godzilla anime also coming out this year.